Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises be unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, Bishop Kakadash. The bonus of the elders and apostles, great most and all well. Shalom to the elect. Yeah. This topic is about being born again, being transformed, and change, man. When you come to this in this truth of Yahawashi, we are a new creature, man. We have to think differently. We have to behave differently. Got to walk differently, talk differently. Everything about us has to change. Yeah. We're here to change and we're here to grow. Yeah. In a upwards forward direction, man. In righteousness, in holiness. Right. This is Romans 12 from the top, and it says, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High Yahawashi, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice." Right. And even with change comes sacrifice, man. With discipline comes sacrifice, because guess what? You're getting rid of your old habits, bad habits. Yeah, you're no longer hooked on to the desires and lust of the flesh. Yeah, because the flesh wants to do what it wants. The flesh is subject to sin. The flesh is subject to doing what feels good or for that moment of pleasure. Yeah, but when you're following after the truth and righteousness, it teaches you discipline. Yeah, doing the right things, discarding what's evil. Yeah, holy. See, holy means set apart and separate. You got to separate yourself from bad things. You got to separate yourself from bad people, bad environments. Yeah, so you got to make good decisions, good judgment. It says acceptable unto the Most High, and that's what it's all about. Us being acceptable to the Most High. Yeah. And the Lord wants us to, the Heavenly Father wants us to go through Yahawashi, because Yahawashi is the mediator. He's the only way that's going to allow us to be acceptable for the Most High. Yeah. Which is your reasonable service. Yeah. Yeah, so we got to make sacrifices, and we got to present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Yeah. So we got to be willing to die for this truth. Verse 2, and it says, "And be not this is the point, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High." So we got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So our mind state has to change. No longer thinking like the old man and operating by bad habits and letting old demons linger. No, we have to change, grow, transform. Yeah, because the world wants you to conform into sin. You know, the world wants you to give in to your demons and lusts. Metamorpho, outline biblical usage, to change into another form, to transform, to transfigure. Yahushua Mashiach's appearance was changed and was resplendent with divine brightness on the Mount of Transfiguration. Yeah, metamorphose, change, transfigure, transform. So to change, we have to change for the better. This is John 3. We go straight to the point. Verse 3, John 3 and 3 says, "Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High." Yeah. Nicodemus saith unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? So he was thinking carnally. Yeah. Yahushua answered, Verily, verily I say unto you, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Yeah. The flesh represents sin, carnality, and ignorant, and being basic. Yeah, but born of the Spirit means, you know, you have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, or you're growing in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and you're making changes for the better in righteousness, in holiness, yeah? Being godly, following the scriptures, practicing the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, understanding the prophecies, the breakdowns, the teachings, and being able to teach. Yeah, growing up, being mature. Yeah, it's like I remember old video that Kevin Samuels used to make. Like it's called reinvent yourself. It's like another way of saying being born again. Yeah, you're changing your ways. You're trying something new. You're distinguishing your old habits. You're changing your look. Yeah, you're changing your mind state. But in this truth, we change totally our spirit, man. Yeah, growing in the spirit. This is Psalms 119, verse 9. It says, "Buff, wherewith shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to the word." Yeah, so the word is like water because it cleanses, it cleans. Yeah, Yahawashi said, "Be born, of the water and spirit." Yeah, the word is water. The word is the spirit. John 6:63. The words that I speak to you, they're spirit and life. This is First Peter 2 from the top, as newborn babes, since it's the topic of being changed, transformed, being born again. "Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, as newborn babes," see, being newborn, "desire the sincere milk of the word," because that's what babies do, right? They start with the milk, which is the basics before they can eat mushy food. Yeah, because if you jump from milk straight to meat, and you haven't even got your molars, your teeth, and all of that, and it was incisors, I think, your front tooth, to cut and chew the meat, you can choke. So there's stages. Basic milk. Yeah, the mushy food is the you can say the medium stage. Yeah, and the heavy foods, the meats, the things you got to grind, is like the deep things, the prophecies, breakdowns. Yeah. "As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby." See, there's the word grow. Growing is a form of changing, because you're increasing. Like if you're training, like you're trying to pump iron or whatever, Arnie, no pain, no gain. You're pumping the iron, you have to consume more, more reps, more sets, and your muscle mass increases. Oksano, and it says outline biblical usage to cause to grow, augment, to increase, become greater. That's what this truth is about, being better. To grow, increase of plants, of infants, of emotion, of people, of inward, this is good, of inward Christian growth. Inward. We grow, in other words, spiritually, mentally. "If so be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious." 2 Corinthians 5, verse 17, it says, "Therefore, if any man be in Yahawashi Mashiach, the Messiah, he is a new creature." See, it's about new creature, born again, newborn babes. See, new. Yeah? "Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new." So you're brand new. You've been reinvented through the Spirit. Yeah. Because you're coming out of the world. You're coming out of worldly mentality and bad habits and demons, bad behaviors, and you're learning righteousness, self-control, patience, and we all got effed up backgrounds, man, of growing up in this wicked society, man, under Esau's system, man. System and indoctrination. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. And all things are of the Most High, who have reconciled us to himself by Yahawashi Mashiach, and have given us to the ministry of reconciliation. To wit, that Most High was in Yahawashi Mashiach reconciling the world unto himself, not imputing their trespasses unto them, and have committed unto us the word of reconciliation. So this word, the scriptures, brings us back to the Heavenly Father, because Yahawashi is the word. Yeah. Ephesians 5 goes straight to the point. Verse 26, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. Yeah, so the word is also symbolic to water, because it cleans us. It purifies us. It changes us. It fixes us up. Yeah. It rubs away the dirt and grease of our bad and negative traits and habits. But he might present an imagination. But he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. Yeah, you know, the body of Yahawashi, the members. Yeah, the church. The church has to be fresh and clean for Yahawashi, man. We in the brotherhood of Yahawashi in the Great Millstone, you know, we are members, man, of the Lord. So we have to act right and do right, think right, behave right, love right according to the scriptures. Ephesians 4 verse 21 says, if so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahawashi, but ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, you see. So we're not about old things, you know, we're about the new man, new creature, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, you see. That's the old man, that's your old ways, that's the world you came from. Deceitful lust, doing what you feel and what you think is good instead of what is right according to Yahawashi Mashiach, the scriptures, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. See, our mind state has to change. Yeah, can no longer be bamboozled, can no longer be delusional, can no longer be arrogant and be full of pride. No. And that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. See, that's spiritual. That's what it means to be born again from with the water and the spirit. Wherefore, putting away lying, because that's what we do in the world. In this world, lying is very easy. People have no conscious when they're lying. Yeah. Terrible lies as well. Yeah. This world is full of adultery, man. Yeah. And with adultery, that involves lying, you know, deceit. Speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. Be angry and sin not, let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Yeah, so that's the point really there. Yeah, we're a new man, we're a new creature in Yahawashi, man. So we have to change, and the results speak for itself, man. Yeah, we have to learn to become better, man. Pray to become better. Yeah, actions speak louder than words, as they say, man. But anyways, with that, all praises be to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahshai, B'Shem Kakadash. The bonus to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.